So what has this been like for you? Because obviously this isn't new with Cincinnati having young players be fascinating and fun to watch, but he just stands out. I'm wondering what this has been like from your perspective behind the microphone, John.
It's been incredibly engaging and thrilling. This is my favorite year in baseball by far. But, Rich, I've been personally very fortunate to be right place, right time at a lot of places over the years. I did women's basketball at the University of Delaware when Elena Deladon played there, and she dropped 54 in a game against James Madison, went on to become a gold medal winner and the WNBA MVP. My Division III alma mater snapped the longest win streak in college football history, beating their nemesis to go to a championship. UConn's run that came to a close in the Final Four. I covered Aaron Judge during his rise with the Yankees to AAA. I've been really, really fortunate to be around greatness and to be able to watch it and describe it. Mm-hmm. And Elly is such a unique talent because he does everything. He has not just the physical tools, but the awareness of how to best utilize those tools and that dramatic flair of showmanship that just makes him so engaging.
And I just, your calls have just been so filled with excitement and joy of you meeting the moment. And, the moment that he got that cycle, John, and then the pictures of the broadcast, the broadcast team that you work with, showing this like little girl, she must have been like 14 or 13 or 15, who knows, 12, just jumping up and down with excitement, just seeing the folks in the stands respond to his achievements so quickly, and the joy that it has brought I love seeing it, man. I just love watching it. It's just been so much fun.
Yeah, it's contagious. I've described it on the air like this a few times, and I sincerely mean it. Reds baseball has become like a rock concert. It has become like the NCAA tournament. The hair stands up on your arms. You get goosebumps. There's a contagious energy that is indescribable. And his single effect, now this is a deep team with a lot of good young talent, but his single effect is so significant in how it's moved the needle among the fan base. They went from 19,000 fans a game pre-Elly and the worst single game attendance in the 20-year history of the ballpark, coming off a 100-loss season, to over 30,000 fans a game and the best three-game draw in the 20-year history of the stadium, almost overnight.
Was that the Braves series, John, that you're referring to?
It was. Uh-huh. Yeah, and that was the zenith moment. That was their lone win. They lost the other two games. They were one-run games. They were thrilling, but that was the win, and that was kind of the formal they had arrived moment. That was their 12th straight win. It was a top-5 win streak in team history. You have to go back to the 50s, the last time they had a surge like that, and they had the longest drought of a cycle in baseball. And the last man to achieve it was Eric Davis, who is a longtime mentor and inspiration to Elly. He's the reason why he wears 44 for the Reds.
I did not know that. John Sadak here on the Rich Eisen Show. So walk me through who Elly is and walk people through what you've learned about this young man so far, John.
The youngest of 9 kids, taken away from his family by family choice at age 6, to focus on baseball. His hometown in the Dominican just did not have facilities or coaching to be able to actualize his talent. By later in his childhood, he moved an hour away from his family to be in the capital, and all along the way was often overlooked, was an also-ran. The fulcrum moment for him came when there was another shortstop that was nicknamed Lindor because he was viewed as so skilled and so beloved, and he was asked to try out along with this other young man, essentially to make the other kid look good. He was supposed to be, the sparring partner for this workout, and he instead caught the eye of the Reds, who inked him for $65,000. He is a very soft-spoken, blue-collar young man. He wears the chains. He has the dread extensions. He does play with a lot of flair. But that's just him having fun. There's no showing up of anybody. He is a super hard worker. He looks at the game in a very intelligent way. Some of my favorite moments, Rich, have come when our cameras are able to spy him alongside Joey Votto and that generational conjoining as they're looking at an iPad of each man's respective at bat and talking through what happened.
So basically, you're saying when he was trying out, he was supposed to be the Washington Generals for this shortstop nicknamed Lindor, and he turns out to be the Harlem Globetrotters for the Cincinnati Reds, pretty much in that moment.
Exactly it.
And he's got the emotional intelligence to seek out people like Votto and Eric Davis. That's what's happening. That's how he's being formed as a professional right now, John?
Yeah, and make no mistake, he knows he's good, and he wants to maximize his ability. He's had quotes along his rise saying that he wants to be the best player at each level. And the crazy thing is, look at his stats. Like, he was in the complex league, the lowest level of stateside baseball, 2 years ago in 2021. He wasn't there long, but he was to go 2 years from that to what he's achieved. And I can argue, you look at his numbers, he's gotten better at each level he's moved up.
I just love the way he plays the game, too, John Sadak, the voice of the Cincinnati Reds here on the Rich Eisen Show. And you know, how he stole for the cycle in 2 pitches the other day against Milwaukee, and how he reached third. And, you know, he had the gumption to obviously steal second and third with 2 outs after, by the way, providing the lead with a 2-out base hit to get on. And then has the temerity to steal home, but also the smartness to realize what's going on, but to also have that sort of kid mentality, go, damn right, I'm stealing home. I'm taking it. I'm going. And I loved it. I loved the reaction in the dugout. I loved all of it. It's awesome, man. It's so infectious to watch. It's great.
The really cool layering to that, Rich, is that third base coach J.R. House, who does an excellent job, but he's been one of the strong advocates for the entire team approach of being far more aggressive on the bases. Big reason why the Reds have achieved what they have to this point. He kind of pulled the curtain back after the game and said he went to go high-five Elly after he stole third, and Elly wanted no part of it. He looked away from him, and he thought, well, that's kind of weird. What's going on? And he also confessed that over the course of the year, he would notice every time Elly went to third base, he would change that oven mitt that says absolutely ridiculous and an ice cream font on it to his other hand. And he asked him, why do you do that? He's like, well, so when I steal home, I want to use my other hand to go into the foul side of the plate. Like, he's been thinking that all year. He's always thinking steal home.
We're showing that photograph right now of him taking it, too. I know, and it looks like he's flying. It looks like he's Superman. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.